kick up my stream. Alright. God, there is so much work to do this weekend. Kind of excited for that, but we'll see how things go. Trying to delegate things to other people as well, but... I'm going to be honest, I need to do a lot of DayZ streaming as well in order to get funds secured so I can schedule the next batch of ops for the rest of this month, and then while that's going on, I want to work on other stuff. I originally had a plan where I would be doing Dark Tide the past few nights, and every time I failed a run, I'd go and dev a mission file dream. It didn't work, because apparently I'm too good at Dark Tide.
Okay, do this. Every time you die in DayZ, you have to go and dev a mission file.
Okay, I'd have to literally dev...
like a hawk.
I would literally have to dev... Someone would literally just pay $65 to get me killed, and then boom, instant mission file dev time. That would be a 12-hour stream, and I would get literally 2 weeks worth of mission files done. It would be like one of those memes where it's like, it's the B movie, but every time the first word is said, it plays the first Shrek movie. Like, it would be that. Like, I get in, within 2 seconds, someone just pays $65 to kill me.
I'm thinking...
Nothing personal, kid.
If you want to do something like that, you can make it specific, so every time someone in-game killed, like a player...
Uh-huh.
But then that would then encourage
no,
stream
because
sniping.
DayZ kills would be way too simple, and I don't think I have the capacity of that many mission files to make.
Yeah, I'd find you at every corner, and I like even if the dinosaur doesn't kill you, I would. You ran away from me last time. I got stuck. In the prison. Because I was just running around trying to get out. I literally just had to jump off the roof and hope I live.
All good. I'm also messaging over at 5th OML because that op in 3 hours, making sure that their ACE settings are set proper. So every time their air support just gets blown out of the sky, the server doesn't desync for like 30 seconds.
I shot out a helicopter yesterday in your with an RPG. It was great. But no one saw it.
I'm glad you had fun, and I enjoyed putting Shaw heads in your face yesterday.
Yeah,
that was great.
That was the other thing, putting a Shaw head directly in my head.
Yeah.
And then I immediately after found out that no one had actually paid for it.
Oh, yeah, I just did that because I'm an asshole.
But I kind of wish you had continued the whole me on a drone thing. That was...
Of course.
That was
All
fun.
right. Let's see. Lance Corporal Liru news, since we're waiting for these guys to start. Number one, we're going to be doing 3 main streams today. Probably not going to do a 4th. And if I do, we'll see. Well, let me get to that. First off, FNF, we're at least going to be covering 2 rounds, unless both rounds run super duper late and I have to go run over to do my Zeus op, which is in 2 hours, 45 minutes. That's for the 5th OML. That's continuing the Torsk Islands protocol, where we're, being the Prince of Pleasure, messing with some Sisters of Battle, and, Guardsman. Vix isn't going to be there because she's in series school for another, 2 weeks. I think not getting back till, the 23rd? So, a little under 2 weeks now.
Is that the 5th OML op?
Yeah, that's 5th OML in 2 hours.
Dwarves wants me to come to that.
Yeah, Dwarves always ask me, but I can't because we're usually doing FNF. The only reason I'm going right now is because I'm Zeusing, because they're part of the viewer funding project. I put the D goal up during DayZ, and if we make it to certain thresholds, we'll be, making more ops and running them for more communities. So I got all that set. But I just find it funny that Vix is going to be stuck in the woods for a week getting tracked down by U.S. Ranger.
Nice.
It tickles me pink. Anyway. And then the 3rd stream tonight will be DayZ. We'll have the D goal up. I'll show you guys all the new ops we're prepping. I'm 10 days behind on that starting, but that's because DayZ hasn't been able to be done in 2 weeks because of IRL obligations. So we'll see how things go.
Depending on the time of DayZ, I might be there.
Yeah.
Just to mess with you. I find not killing you to be the funny thing, because killing you is too easy.
Yeah, killing me is too easy. Following me around and actually messing with me is the funny part until someone spawns 20 raptors and the raptors go after the other people instead of me, and I'm like, I wonder what that's for, and I just try to run before they come back and eat my butt too. But if we do a 4th stream tonight, it's gonna be of a few different things, because I debugged the Stargate mod, Septain. That threw me off. I debugged the Stargate mod set. I've got the third mission in line working with one of my devs, Sixton, who wanted some more work, and I haven't been able to give him anything until recently, so I've got him working on that. I still need to make the second mission, though. Rat Road's ready to go. Korean War, I've got the next one in mind. I just had to make some mod set updates so you could get the F-86 Sabres in. However, they are of, I think they have Israeli stuff on them. I could download another mod to reskin them, but at the same time, I don't think my viewers or players are going to care, so we'll go with that. How many times have been dynoed? Oh, at least a dozen. But, yeah, no, I really, really, really want to play Homeworld 3. I'm not afraid to say this. When the Fig campaign dropped back in the day, I'm one of those assholes that put a G on it. That was my last nostalgia game, so I've got a picture of the miniatures they sent me in the box and everything on my display stand above my head right now. I've got all this other decal stuff I want to put on my fleet. I'm ready to blitz that freaking campaign and be so pissed off about it. However, seeing the dev map, there's 2 new factions that are be coming in over the course of this year. One of them better be the fucking beast, I swear to God. I want my biomechanical virus back.
Basically, chat, if you really, really want to mess with Liru tonight, someone go and get Homeworld 2 and play it, and then live talk about how good it is during the streams, and he will fall apart.
Homeworld 2 was fine. It was a decent campaign. It was alright. Alright, I have my own reservations about that game and the things they did compared to the OG Homeworld and Homeworld Cataclysm, but you know what? It's fine. Fuck you. Alright, anyway, in between, we'll be running some ad breaks as well to support the Milsim unit thingamajig, because they have a program that's going to go live hopefully next week when I can get my shit together, where we are going to expand our commission jobs and advertise them. So that'll be great. Regardless with that, we have our round here. So Friday Night Fights. In the whole spiel of today, they had a mod set update. They've added a lot of new maps, including Icebreaker's new Ukraine one, which I think we'll see a mission of tonight, unless it's the third round, in which case probably won't be able to cover that. But one of the OG maps from back in the day is XCAM Prototype. I did a very old T3 campaign back when that was relevant on this map way back when. And then recently, like a year ago, we did part of the Last Ship campaign on this map as well. So I know a lot of ins and outs of this place. But let me go ahead and put our 15-minute prediction up so you guys can bet, and then we'll go over who's doing what.
So to just go back, there's a lot of mods added and removed. So just because I only have the maps removed was Diala, Fata, Songbintan, Panthera, Jumo, Max Niemi, Niakala, Novogorsk, Sumava, and Vida.
Wait, Sanbin 10 was in that mod set?
It was.
I only recall like maybe 1 or 2 missions ever being used on Sanbin 10. I feel like that was a bit of a missed opportunity. Sanbin 10 is a really nice forest and river map, and I felt like there could have been a lot more infantry fights on that map specifically. But
I know what it was.
Can you go over that list again, and then we'll get into the brief, because it's going to be like a 5-minute tell here.
Okay, well, I'll do the added.
So let's we'll do one at a time. So what's the first one?
Eulakia, his first map added.
Oh no, let's go over the removed ones first.
You want removed? Oh yeah, Diala.
Yeah, so Isle Duala. Wait, Diala?
Diala, Diyala. This is coming straight from the source, so it could be spelled wrong. So.
That one's not ringing a bell, personally, but all right, next.
Fata, F-A-T-A.
Yeah, PR Fata, that one was played. We played, I think, every portion of that map. It was rare, but we still ended up getting through all of it.
Next up is Songbintan, as you've spoken about already.
Yep.
Panthera.
They did play quite a bit of Panthera. They didn't go to every single part of it. Some areas were replayed for some weird reason. They had a fetish for doing the northern side or the central side, but And then way back when they did the bottom right, but this was August to May, right? This was a long fucking time.
This was a long one.
Yeah.
Continue. Up next is Jumo.
Jumo. That one's not ringing a bell, but whatever.
Maxiniemi.
Yeah, that one they played a lot. I remember that.
Niakala.
That one too.
Novogorsk.
Yeah, a lot of these were newer maps back in August, and again, I just haven't been able to associate them with name. But yeah, anyway, let's go over the new maps then.
Okay, so the last two were just Sumava and Vida. Those are the last two removed. So as for new maps, you've got Eularkia,
which is the new icebreaker terrain we debuted on OFCRA the other day.
Sereno, sorry.
That one, I think I know what it is, but I can't put a map to it right now in my mind.
The Kunduz River.
Kunduz River, interesting. So that's an Afghanistani province. We'll see where that one goes. I think I know which one that is too.
Korsak
I know of. That's one of the new Ukrainian terrains. Every community and their mother is going after that one right now.
Cup Terrains Maps 2.0.
Curious to see where that goes. Yeah. Probably with a lot of interiors for buildings now.
District 41, Rugen.
That one's a good one.
Gulf Coast Islands.
Yeah, that one has a lot of military positions. We'll see how that one plays out.
Beketov.
Classic.
Mull of Kintyre.
Also classic. That's Scotland. The Scottish one, yeah.
Temberlin
Island, yeah. That's another classic. That one I've played to hell and back.
Anizai. Sorry.
Anizai's been in the rotation before.
Yeah. So is Mull of Kintyre, I think.
Yeah, so we'll see how those come back.
The one we're on today, XCAM prototype, which is spoken about. And the last one is Fapovo Island.
Fapovo is also a pretty good one. It can just be a little laggy. That was Icebreaker's previous release, but it's a good one. Anyway, let's go over...
Yeah, you do the briefing. I'm going to find the map rotations. Oh, okay. Actually, before we finish for that. So the map rotations for tonight is XCAM prototype, Eularkia, and District 41.
All right, so I probably won't cover District 41 tonight then, but I will be covering Eularkia, which is good because that's the new one I want to cover anyway.
And late is well, you don't care about late, but Korsak, Kunduz, and Sereno.
Sounds good. All right, so anyway, let's actually get to the operation. Again, with a new mod set, we always like to look at what's been added, what's been removed, because, it's fun to see what's coming up on the docket. Nonetheless, Blue 4 have to defend an artillery radar position. They have to defend a sector and defend a VIP. The VIP is probably going to be ground command. The sector he can be in is this little yellow one.
Goat Team 6
right there, if he doesn't stay there.
Happy Friday. Put your pants back on.
Nope,
or don't. Butterfly the Friday night fights position. Good luck.
Wolf Amanda, thanks for the 7-month resub. I am glad to let you know, buddy, I'm not even wearing pants. Nonetheless, hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of the FNF scenario tonight.
That was such a long laugh.
What?
When I said, "Are you alright?" you just went, This is a really long laugh.
Well, I was laughing over what Wolf Mandalore put in text-to-speech with his DM, or his resub message. But anyway.
Okay.
So, Blue 4, I'm trying to find that artillery radar target. Okay, it's back here. I mean, it's not like it's really hidden, but you also have some RE tanks in the background just for show. But nonetheless, with our tasks here, Op 4 have to destroy and clear all 3 of those objectives. Blue 4 have to at least defend 1, and with standard FNF rules, if you wipe the opponent completely off the map, you win. Mission details here, a kilometer of render distance, 50 fortify points. So not a lot of fortifications can be built for Blue 4. Fortify color is going to be green because it's still a forested map, and then the time for the op is the standard 50 minutes. Notes here, radar is weak to explosives, range, or local, so they probably weakened it a bit so it could be destroyed automatically. Background, Blue 4 is an artillery position. Op 4 wants to destroy its radar, get the artillery units, and kill the HVT that can operate the radar. Now that the operator is not within the radar, Op 4 has a window of opportunity, aka hence why the operator is stuck in that yellow zone away from the radar position itself. So yeah, basic brief, not bad with that. Area of operations, bit of coast, bit of forest, bit of hills, bit of town, bit of everything. HVT has its own play zone, which is almost equal to the Blue 4 safe zone. Both teams, good luck and have fun, fair. Op 4, meanwhile, you're going to be Chechen Forces kits, so black with some EMR and Russian kits. We got AK-74s with NPC railing. Again, NPZ, not C, I might have put a bit more of a C on that, which means they can put Western red dots and stuff on their weaponry there. Otherwise, we got SVDs in play. We got RPKs with that NPZ railing, RPG-7, so 2 AT shots per light anti-tank gunner, and then the PKPs, which are going to be within Delta. Op 4 have 9 rubber dinghies if they want to go coastal, 1 UAZ open that can carry 7 people, and then 5 gas transports, which have, I think, a 14-player... Why am I thinking? It's right there, capacity 14. All right, Blue 4, meanwhile, their loadouts are going to be U.S. Marines, so we've got I-27s in play here. No, I might have just lied to you. I think that's a... Why am I blanking on that? It's an M4 platform. It's a 5.56 rifle. I'm just blanking on the damn thing. I think it's an M4 platform, but... The soap mod stock, perhaps, but I'm just blanking on it for whatever freaking reason. An M416. It might be HK416. Could be wrong. But it's some Blue 4 platform. HK416 10-inch barrel, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, sorry, when someone put M4 and then 16, it just blends the idea of the M4 and the M16 together, and again, it's probably a 416 platform. Otherwise, Mark 211 for the marksman, M249s for light machine gunner, single-shot AT4s for the light anti-tank, and then 240 Bravos for the machine gunners, and they have no vehicle assets. The ones in AO, I think, are just for show, such as that artillery tank, again, since this is meant to be an artillery position. But that is all the mission details done. We're going to go over players here. So we've got Oddball being ground command. 2IC is going to be Banks, but he is also the VIP target, so he's going to definitely be playing defensive here. Alpha being led by Fawns with Poke, Snajipair, Mike, Wayne, Azuki, and Kabubi Face. Alpha 1 has John Miller, Toms, Manuguru, Pierce, Thompson, and Rodrig. Ash being Bravo's leader with Major Khan and Vagrant under him. Bravo 1 has Eric leading Gazag, Tackleberry, Wheaton, and Harana. Gurley has Bates leading Iqbal. Delta has Charlotte leading Alexander and Seismo. Delta 2 has Yanni and Luce. And we've got Norris under Charlie 1, who hasn't merged yet. So Delta are your medium machine gunners with the M240 Bravos. Otherwise, things are generally just rifle squad base. Now, hold on. Ditch Gen Salvi as Blue 4. Yanni Finn is going to be leading Op 4. Malin is going to be platoon medic. Nemesis leading Alpha 4 Op 4 with Caps, Turtles, Omri, Tomer, and Tom. No Thomas today, though, since we got Tom and Tomer. Never seen that man before. He's just very ominous. Regardless, Murphy leading Alpha 1 with Cullis, Cyander, Daedalus, and Dobbs. Charlie being led by Kaiser with Lieutenant and Sergeant under him. I think it's meant to be Cavalis and Cooper, but I just use their ranks instead. Ma, because I can't pronounce the rest of his name, under Charlie 1 with Misha and Admin. Skipu leading Delta with Damien, Maxic, Titan, Dawadox, and Wiki Quartz. These are the PKP gunners down. Safe stop drops in 5 minutes. And then Bravo 2, all the way down here for whatever reason, be led by NASA with Depso, Bluck, Misfit, HM1, A... Quast, so it's Dude and Aquas, their names are just partially cut off. Kremit, Wonder, Tymek, and Cheeseburger. Anyway, Lone Goblin Survivor, how you doing, buddy? Hope everything's been okay with you. Thanks for that 17-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, my friend. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. And there's an alter ego Lone Survivor, I know. Otherwise, Op 4, they've got 2 choices for spawn. They can either go in through the coast with the rubber dinghies, or they can go in on foot from an even closer position. Honestly, I don't know what the point of the rubber dinghies are. I think they're a really cool idea, but Blue 4 have such good coverage of where they need to go in this AO. The rubber dinghies seem kind of pointless, and by the time the rubber dinghies would play it safe and push up to something else, the Op 4 infantry would get there from their other position, so... I think they were put in as an afterthought, or maybe, you know, cool to have a second possible insertion, but it's not really practical here. I mean, now, if the rubber dinghies were on the other side in Prototype Bay, and they started in, like, the little castle island, and they had that really short drive-in, and they could add, you know, this other coastal area to it, then I think it would have been worth it to potentially have a group come in from Port Town or go up north to East City and then cross around, but here it's very pointless.
To be fair, knowing FNF players that love to do the wide burst, you could just really hug the line to the south and then go round and mount on the southern side, maybe at the tip of where Hill 4 is, or just go all the way around just under Port Town, because I mean, yeah, but while we're looking at this, they've put all their forces on the northern side, not expecting them to even try go for the boats, which obviously they're right about. But still, imagine they hug the border, go all the way around to the south, and they just walk in through the back. No one's going to be there, and they're going to have all the cover in the world.
Yeah, but coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But obviously, do you think they'll hug the? I think they'll hug the city. I think they'll go close quarters and then maybe send a group out through the forest. I don't think they'll take this straight into a forest. I mean, you know what? I've said what I think FNF players are going to do multiple times, and it's always been the stranger of the two things. So, and this is a Yanni-led mission, which I have not seen.
All right. I think this is going to be pretty simple. Op4 are just going to push in either one or two vectors. Hopefully they'll be smart and hit the AOs one at a time. They're going to be forced to probably go through the cityscape a bit to move cover to cover. I would imagine seeing Op4 sweep the objectives east to west. Coming in from the north is nice, but that allows Blue 4 to have garrisoned areas, potentially hit them and outflank them as they move up. Plus there's these nice open kill zones that Blue 4 could exploit. So... we'll
so
see.
Do you think they'll hang on the south in the woods, or do you think they'll make use of the city?
Honestly, I think if Op4 wanted, they could just drive in and then dismount in the town and push. But I'm willing. Yeah, there's multiple Vics they can use, but looks like they're just gonna walk it instead. So we'll see.
Well, actually, yeah, you're right. I guess if they're walking, they probably will stick to the terrain. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I think Op4's advance is just quite easy, so I think I can't look past Op4 for this.
I mean, this could be done in 20 to 30 minutes at most, but we'll see.
It also could be done in the full time allocated.
I do appreciate, though, Blue 4 is going to probably... they've got two of their Delta... No, they've got a marksman and an light machine gunner that's going to come on the little peninsula down here and just watch for boats. So that's at least smart for them to do, because they don't know if Op4 is going to be that bold with them, but we'll see how things go. The map does seem a bit brighter, but it is a open sunny day. In the last two campaigns I did with this map from way back when, I didn't have it fully sunny. I had it cloudy, so that might be what's confusing you. But again, it's been a while for this map, so...
Talking about the sun, it's finally out in England.
Yeah, it's not here in Northern Virginia, but I don't have to go water my plants, so I'm happy about that.
Hey. Yeah, it's gone above 20, so everyone in the UK is... well, in England especially, are falling apart. And just as we get to the final minute or 10 seconds, Charlie team have actually decided to go for the dinghies.
Kind of a weird last-minute choice. Again, I don't think they need it, because by the time... I mean, we'll literally see this in real time where Op4 is going. But, hey, you never know.
It just depends on what they decide to do, whether they do what I said and hang really far to the west, just on the border, and go round, or they'll get seen straight away and get absolutely torn to shreds.
All right, so we see Op4 launching Hunt IR into the air. Oh, we're going to see the Northern Lights in Virginia tonight? Oh, it's still cloudy, probably not, but...
Apparently we're going to see them over here.
All right, Hunt IR is down, so they're hopefully going to start seeing Blue 4 in various areas. Blue 4 have done a good job of pushing out into the AO and trying to lock down these open positions.
Red 4 have immediately started firing at the Hunt IRs.
Yep, they're firing at a Blue 4 Hunt IR to take it down, so that's a good call.
But to be fair, I guess if Blue 4 know which way they're coming, there's no harm in shooting them down at this early stage.
What does concern me a bit is Delta's coming out to get on one of the high-rise buildings. This one does have a lot of windows and access. It just does have a bit of a limited angle, but where it doesn't cover, we do have other Blue 4 elements covering, so as long as Blue 4 decides to be mobile about this, they could go well. But yeah, Charlie are only now starting to mount up in the rubber dinghy. They're not going to be able to get into the AO for another like 5 to 10 minutes and then hit contact in 10 to 15. Is it just me, or are they really fast? No, like the AO is the smallest thing ever. What is...
Marlon is shooting a man. Marlon has captured France. No, Marlon, as most people know, is the admin for FNF, so I imagine France is an issue.
Right. So we got Blue 4. I think they're firing at Op 4's Hunt IR. But yeah, no, this could potentially be a quick round. But I do like the smaller rounds like this that focus on the infantry tactics because with FNF's numbers currently, having a 30v30, it's great to, you know, have a small platoon versus a small platoon and a small AO. They don't really need the vehicle support. They just need to go in and murder each other. What I'm curious about, though, is we've got the frontline Op 4 element ceasing. And I don't know if that's to wait to get reconnaissance data, or maybe they're waiting for Charlie to get in position. But again, I feel like Charlie could have just stayed along the coast and done that. There was one kill zone they'd have to worry about, but...
I don't think it's anything for Charlie, because Charlie was a very, very, like, last 30-second...
Yeah, that was a last-minute decision.
So I think you're right with they're just trying to gather as much info as possible.
If anything, it's just going to stall the game. But we have that Delta position now firing on some elements of Op 4. Op 4 have their marksman out, and he's trying to get some pickoffs. And managed to get the knockout on Seismo, yep.
What a shot.
That scoped weapon definitely going to beat out the medium machine guns unless they get bipoded. Jen Salvi also took a shot. He's doing some medical, and then you got some Blue 4 just turning out here. More shots going on the Hunt IR, but... We've got Op 4 Delta getting opened up in one of the small openings by John Miller. Azuki holding around trying to find a better angle. John Miller does have that 249 and begins opening up. Unsure if he was able to get any kills with it, though.
How has no one been killed yet? Shots that went off.
John did have a few people dead to rights in the open, but I guess he just didn't have the right angle to score any kills. We do see he hit Titan a few times, he hit Wiki Quartz a few times, but...
I think we have a bit of friendly fire here from Blue 4 Delta firing on this squad in the trees now, it's Pierce's squad. So Alpha, Delta are firing on their friends, Alpha, or just firing wildly into the trees.
Yeah, quite possibly, but... Op 4 definitely pushing in. This also could just be a ruse to get Charlie to go on the rear of Blue 4's lines. However, we do have a coastal force for Blue 4 here, and they are probably going to see these boats coming. So they are going to potentially get engaged immediately, which means Op 4's main force is going to be the only force able to do the objectives here.
Looking at it, they're just very, very slightly out of... I mean, obviously they'll get closer, but maybe... Hey, they're doing my plan. They heard me.
At this point for Op 4, Bravo and Delta with Company HQ could push into the central sector and force Blue 4 to route off the coast. Charlie can then come in to reinforce as Alpha for Op 4 pushes in, but they're getting hung up on these opening areas, but they are pinning a good chunk of the Blue 4 defensive line, which is allowing for the rest of Op 4 to push in and breach that line.
We have our first death, and it is Seismo after he woke up.
Yep, Luce is also dead.
Different room. So
yeah.
This has been a pretty spectacular shot.
So that was Katz playing as marksman, and he does have those 2 kills. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
So he's just been picking those guys off solo, which is not a bad call for the marksman.
I think Blue 4 have just fundamentally messed up here. They don't have enough people on the construction site to stop this mass wave of Red 4. And Red 4 are so spread out that they're not going to be able to take them all out without one side being able to push up.
And then putting an additional group all the way outside where Delta is right now. Again, I think they're just trying to bite off more that they can chew, and they end up spreading themselves out too much, and then you just see them get defeated in detail.
You have NASA coming up with the
counter push, though.
Pops a nade up. I think he's pushed it. Throws over.
Tried to air burst it. He's going to push up. Headshots Kazag. Can't get the kill on Eric, though, as he takes a few shots. Eric now potentially coming around. NASA trying to beat him to it. Eric tries to pre-fire, and then they trade with Eric getting knocked out.
That's a nade.
That grenade might get the lieutenant, and it knocks him out, too. You've got Alpha and Delta trading off.
I think Tom's may have just tried to put the nade off.
And he did it too close and hurt himself? That's funny.
But I think he killed Eric. He finished
Real quick,
Eric,
we got Charlie for Blue 4 coming up. They're flanking HQ. HQ's turning to the side, though, and engaging, but this is going to completely pull any defenders from hitting Op 4 Charlie. But Op 4 Charlie are now turning and running for the coast.
Okay. You know the lieutenant guy who went down due to a grenade? He woke back up, ran over to where the enemies were, and then just turned around and looked
Yeah,
at
and
his...
then an explosive charge just went off and double tapped all the guys there. Jesus.
No, it didn't double tap anyone. He just threw it because he got scared.
We have an explosive specialist. Kremit, if he could throw a satchel on this construction building, that's all he needs to do. Throw an explosive satchel on it and run. Because it would take out Blue Force main garrison here. He does drop someone on the first story. We do have another guy turning out.
Push out.
Oh, wait, no. He didn't see him in those 2 takes.
Fair enough.
Thompson's sensitivity is too high.
Come on.
Is Kremit going to see those sandbags? No, he folds back in on the first story. But again, satchel that building, satchel the other, you're good to go.
To be fair, Kremit probably doesn't know if this is has a destructible texture or not.
Well, it's on the map, so you assume if it's on the map, you can take it out.
I didn't know that until you just said that.
Well, now you know. Kremit, I think he just got a headshot there, right? And a second one! And Fonz is above him, like, what's that? Oh, must have been my imagination. Azuki now looking out.
I don't believe any of them really know. Here comes Fonz.
Fonz coming around, goes the other way. I think he heard those shots, and now he's looking for the shooter. Oh, but Azuki trying to engage and knocks Kremit out. Goodbye, Kremit. Charlie, for whatever reason, realized that they weren't going to be pushing that direction. Looks like they had an early dismount, though. But Charlie's now going to land right on top of the objective and start a sweeping flank. Blue for... Oh, Kremit's back up.
Yeah, he only got shot in the legs about 3 times, and Azuki couldn't see the corpse.
Op4's reinforcements, though, pushed to the side. They're now sweeping Blue for Charlie. Iqbal getting double tapped by Damien. France is now alone. Haha. And Op4 still pushing that Delta position on the side. I think just Op4 is beating out Blue 4 on all the fights right now.
Well, yeah, Red 4 decided to turn attention down to those. Obviously, someone from Blue 4's on the base side decided to come up, and then Red 4
Another Blue 4 member just got taken out.
Well, Kremit's back up, licking his wounds. And he's going to kill more. What? There's 2 shots on the guys on the roof, though.
Yeah, there were 5 defenders there at the start. There's just a few more down at this point. Tackleberry getting grenadiered by Nemesis.
Kremit's back on the move.
Rana trying to move around and put some cover down, but Nemesis is trying to find a new angle. Tackleberry wakes back up.
Azuki's firing out. Kremit's going to try to get a shot on him, but I don't think he's going to be able to reach it.
Azuki's firing at the Charlie boat coming in. Manages to... Okay, no. I thought it was a +3, and they actually... I just heard someone get shot. The engine might have gotten shot out, though, because I do see it slightly discolored.
Just trying to make his way up so he can pick him off, but he's not going to be able to make it from that. He's going to have to get to the very top. But he's about to run into...
Why did they just frag the... Okay.
It almost works.
I would have laughed if they killed themselves with those frags.
2 on top don't seem to realize, or they seem to think he's on level terms with them. Azuki
Kremit,
Kremit.
Puts a shot right in Kremit. Thompson doesn't fold in that side, though. Oh, and Azuki headshots Kremit.
What a shot by Azuki. But Kremit's already done his damage as Cheeseburger and Black made their way in and killed Thompson. Just Fonz left with Depso running in as a third. But Fonz, he pops a nade just over. Doesn't do anything.
Timing-wise, no, if someone went out on that side, he would have gotten them, but... I mean, these are good throws, mind you. It's just Op4 happened to be in different positions, breaching.
These are, but 2 objectives are now going to be taken by Red 4, and the last objective is a...
Yeah, they do have the numbers on the sector right now.
Red 4 did lose a fair amount in that attack there. They lost 1,
definitely.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on that attack.
I think Blue 4 still have a decent amount to hold a solid defense, but they're definitely outnumbered at this point.
It just depends, because Red 4 now need to sort of make their way back towards each other, and Yanni is actually dead.
Yeah, he's in my chat right now. Though, all right, we got Fonz holding the stairwell. But if I was Op4, I would just notice that we're taking the sector, and I would just hold the position, take the sector, and then start sweeping to the next one. Because you're just inviting trouble for your opponents to kill you at that point. Oh!
The 3 dudes up there all have been shot by pretty beautiful shots.
I just watched Azuki get dropped, I think, by an SVD. I just have no idea where that shot came from.
No, Cheeseburger's just pre-firing every... Isn't a bad idea, but...
Alright, I think they finally got an explosive on the demo target. Yep, there's a satchel on it. That should take it out there, clearing the position.
Cheeseburger gets taken out by Fonz, but they're going to surely know Fonz is now up there.
Yep. Again,
Fonz took a few
don't
hits himself.
go up there. It is a kill zone.
Yeah, but they didn't know Fonz was there, so Cheeseburger's death kind of just means that they do now, and Fonz has moved to the wrong, probably not the best side. Oh no.
No, he knows exactly what he's doing. Yep. He turned that corner way too quickly, and he exposed himself. We got grenades now being thrown up. There is Objective 1 being destroyed. Sector is about to be taken. Bluck gets knocked out by that grenade.
Yeah, that was Marlon's.
Was that Mal's grenade? That's funny.
Yeah, he popped it up ever so slightly.
There's
just
Sector 2 taken. Now it's just a VIP target.
Here comes Tom's.
Gonna be honest, numbers, if we see Fonz and Toms get a few good kills here, they could equalize the numbers.
Bluck, work back up.
Again, it's slightly on Op4's number advantage right now, but with their remaining defenders in the zone, and what's funny is they've built a sandbag bunker for Banks so he can't get grenaded. However, one well-placed UGL round and he's dead. But it's going to be all about them finding that position, figuring out what's going on, and then making the shot.
Well, Marlon's leaving. Him and
Yeah,
Bluck,
Op4, they're starting to transition to that final zone. However, Op4 are pretty broken apart right now. You got
Bluck.
Charlie still doing medical here. So Op4 being separated. Fonz gets the kill. That's great. But Op4 being separated and trickling in might give Blue 4 the advantage, and we might see Op4 now defeat themselves in detail despite having that number advantage.
Well, Marlon just abandoned ship. Didn't decide to...
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, they only have one dude to kill, so as long as they go and kill him, they win. So why stay and fight here when you can just transition to the next objective? This has all been done in 13 minutes.
Well, I would have thought Marlon, being the member of Scandi Recon, would know how much damage a single guy behind an entire force can do.
Right, but Scandi knows how to play objective, so they're playing objective. And then we got Charlie pushing up here as well, so they might deal with it. But Vagrant, yeah, he's got 3 people behind him. Solomon's trying to come up and do flanking. These are the Delta guys, though. Maxic is going to get grenaded. Boom. But Deodox gets Vagrant in the open because these guys are the medium machine gunners, so they have the pretty dastardly firepower to get the kills here. Charlie for Op4 is going to now be a bit useless. They're going to now take this position instead of going for the final one. So again,
Fonz and Toms are about to move off the position as Charlie make their way in.
There is a major threat of being defeated in detail here by Op4 because you got Alpha in 2 different groups, a group of 4 and a group of 2 out and about.
Just spotted Fonz.
Company's pushing around. Charlie might catch these Blue 4 guys moving out in the open because Tomer's moving with Fonz.
I think Kaiser spotted Fonz originally, is just struggling to get... Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's trying to find an angle, but he should be ordering his guys to go and pursue at this point.
I think that's what he's getting first before he opens fire. Well, or not, because none of them are following him.
Well, based on his angle, I watched him track those guys. He did not have a solid shot through that, so why shoot them and announce yourselves? Because they don't know how many Blue 4 are tracking from that spot. What concerns me is the amount of wait time we might get. This might allow for Op4 to actually hit the final objective in a unified position from multiple different angles, and that's going to definitely drown out the garrison here. But I do appreciate seeing Op4 starting to transition that first force to the south and then attack from the south. I just love the shoddy little shed they built in the corner. If Wiki Quartz identifies it and gets a nice grenade, that's all he's going to need. And that's the risk when you build things like that, is it does attract a lot of attention if people know to look for it. But I appreciate it nonetheless.
Can he actually see Wheaton from this position? No, he can't. But I know Wheaton and Banks to be talkers. So,
all right, now we got Charlie moving in, but they're going to run into some Blue 4 guys. So they might end up getting flanked and hit in 2 sides.
Yeah, I'm
oh, Wiki Quartz, literally within a meter of the objective, but he doesn't know that.
No, I think he does. Not the objective specifically, but I think he knows people are there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hirana might get walked up on by an entire fire team with that stolen SVD, but Hirana's going to get lucky and see them all in front of them instead. Immediately goes prone. No one...
Shouldn't fire.
Best grenade throw ever. That has been the smartest call I've seen in a hot second.
4, 3 confirmed.
Literally
down.
knocks out that entire group with the grenades, catches Cooper in a reload.
And kills him with a pistol. Holy
All
shit.
of Charlie just got wiped because Harana did the right thing there, opened up with grenades.
Okay. It's time.
That is what you are supposed to do in that situation. I finally have a textbook example of it. Thank you.
It's time. Okay, in that case then.
Fonz is freaking out.
It's It's finally time to call him by his proper name, Hana.
Oh, Fonz is trying to friendly wiggle. Guys are now firing at Harana. Toms has no idea.
Hey.
Reloading? He's like, hey, don't shoot me. Ah! Can you imagine that? You're caught in a reload and then you're going left and all of a sudden you see a guy and you're like, what the fuck? Admin wakes up. Is that an explosive? That is an explosive satchel, and Harana goes out with a bang, killing that other person that woke up. Op 4 now rushing Blue 4's position as Banks quietly hides in a corner. Let's see if Blue 4 can bring those reinforcements down, because now they might have the number advantage.
Lolo's gonna capture Marlon. Marlon's not checking his sights.
Oh, does Lolo spot? Lolo does. But Lolo can't get around the rocks, and Malin can't hear him. Malin has those turtle beaches in, but Lolo can't get the angle he needs. Whiffs all of those
But
shots.
that's a nade. That's a nade.
Where'd the nade go?
I don't know. It didn't mark.
Okay, it went way too far. I was about to say, please tell me it didn't go into Banks' bunker.
Imagine.
That would be the funniest thing. All right, so now we need to see this Blue 4 QRF come down. The numbers are pretty even right now. It could really go either way. Op 4 have 3, 4, 7 dudes. Blue 4 have 3, 4, 5, 7 dudes.
Charge goes off.
Yep, we see Op 4,
Oh,
I think, utilizing Dobbs, the explosive specialist, to blow out some of these buildings. Not a bad call. I mean, he could be hiding in a building to take him out. Malin spots Lolo after baiting him down, but now Malin can't find the angle to kill Lolo. Lolo, meanwhile.
Lolo doesn't have.
Oh my god, Lolo couldn't find Malin there.
I don't know if you noticed, Lolo doesn't have any expended, tracers.
Tracers? Well, I had to fix my tracers. Fawn's trying to noob tube. But Nemesis ends up executing him. Tom's trying to get the flanking shot on Nemesis. Toms can't seem to line up the headshot. Grenade goes out, but Dobbs gets behind a tree last second. Tomer now coming around. Can Toms kill Tomer? Wait, there's Toms, Tom, and Tomer. Who will be the Tomest of them all? Nemesis gets the other Blue 4 guy.
Tom versus Tom's. Tomer decides to walk away.
I will never know who is the Tomest of them all. There's too many Toms here. I can fly. Christ. There's a floating body from one of the destroyed buildings.
Oh god. Wow, he is flying.
All right, there's 3 more Blue 4. Banks is just hiding.
Oh,
Titan pushing. Charlotte gets Cyander there. Titan's going to turn the corner and get Charlotte. There's the knockout. And double taps in the butt. It is only Banks and Tom left, and they are fighting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 7 Op 4 still. Op 4 were able to wipe 5 Blue 4 and take no casualties. That's nuts. Malin's trying to get the high ground. The tree's going to be in the way.
No way. No, do it, Marlon. Go on. Do it. Marlon, do it. Nade. Oh. He's going to go
Banks
for
is
the
prone. Yeah, that is...
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to see the rifle sticking out, though. Banks just pulled back, though.
Marlon just needs one good nade. Channel your inner LeBron.
Now, from Malin's angle, we totally saw the hand and the gun stick out from Banks. Titan just freaked out, but Toms saves Malin and gets Titan knocked out.
Jesus Christ. It's literally the
Well, Toms and Tomer have killed Toms. Good God. Tomer putting more shots. They really wanted to be the Thomas there, did they?
Yeah, but now Tom and Tomer have got to fight.
Malin honestly should just start suppressing them and making them freak out.
No, I'm just saying. He probably doesn't have a nade, but... God.
The Tom supremacy. Titan getting shot at,
Titan, yeah.
but yeah, the Toms were trying to finish Titan off.
The Toms are bloodthirsty.
Yeah, now Titan's doing the friendly wiggle.
Banks decided to shoot for some reason.
Banks shot at Malin instead.
Banks did not shoot at Marlon.
No, one of Banks' shots hit Malin.
How?
I don't know, but
No, I think he was friendly fire by Titan in a panic.
Nemesis running up with his handgun.
You can't get over.
He's trying to vault in.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
god. All right, there's the execution.
Jesus, that was...
All right, GG to Up 4. All right, so we'll be starting the second round momentarily, but that is indeed an Op 4 win. All right, let's see what our next mission is, and then we'll start getting everything paid out. And whoever paid it out, thank you. All right, let's see what our commands are set to. This is a sustained assault. Let's wait for the actual mission file to load. And while that is getting sorted, I will be right back. As an Arma 3 content creator, one of the most common questions I get from fans is where can I find a good Arma 3 unit to play in? One of my biggest recommendations is milsimunits.com. You can click on the Arma button on the main browser, and it'll take you to a page where you can see various different Arma unit listings. Each listing has a nice picture representing the unit, a brief synopsis, and the information you need to join the unit. Unit leaders can also sign up on the website for free by simply joining the website's Discord. Alright. Let's start getting our commands set and everything good to go. This is round 2 of FNF. Where, and whoever paid the prediction out, I appreciate, probably Azariah. We've got Blue 4 attacking. 4 is attacking. And Op 4. Cache, sector, and terminal site. Blue 4 has a 5% numbers advantage. An M2M10 43 A2. Oh god, these are all designations I don't recognize. Well, alright, 1 second.
What's going on?
2M1083A 1P2s.
Who the hell made this?
6M, someone that hates us.
Mm-hmm.
113s. And they're M2s. Wait, 6? No.
6 M123s.
M112, which I think are strikers, but I could be wrong. 2 M2 M113s.
Strikers.
Yeah, but transport.
Oh, I was gonna
1
say.
LAV, while Op 4 has a BTR 80, a BTR 80A, and 2 chord statics. And the map for this one is going to be the new one, Yukine. Or Eulakia. There we go.
Eulakia.
Eulakia, la.
Can we... Actually, here. Can we talk about how you keep calling Hana Harana?
Huh? Be nice to Harana. They do a great job.
Hey, that's my United Kingdom brethren there.
Alright.
Whether he likes it or not.
Now we're just waiting for them to get slotted up. Yeah. Oh,
Send
no.
in Goat Team 6.
Oh no.
No.
Good afternoon. Need
What is
some
the oh
advice.
no?
In Canada where I live it is 100% legal and okay to own a flamethrower.
He said
And
oh
I'm
no and then
thinking of
left.
saving up for one. What are your
He
guys'
has
thoughts?
exploded.
So, Penguin, thanks for the 6-month resub. That's an interesting question.
What's the question?
Hold on. He's asking about... Alright, no, I got this. Alright. Penguin, buddy, here's what you do. If you can 100% own a flamethrower, alright, with
Okay.
how Trudeau's going in Canada right now, here's what I would say. Alright, in your shoes, this is how I would go. I own a flamethrower for home defense because that's what the hunters in Canada intended. 4 Trudeau loyalists break into my home. What the maple syrup, I say?
Oh no.
Oh, what? It's
Devil.
fun.
I grabbed my musket.
No, he grabs his flamethrower.
Oh. Well, if he's Canadian, he grabs his moose.
Any forest fires lately? Yeah, right? He grabs his flamethrower and his
He lets his moose free.
beaver hat. Incinerates the first guy and he's dead on the spot. Draws a super soaker filled with flamer fuel and a lighter. Misses the man and burns the moose outside to death because it's lighter fluid. I'm trying to deconstruct that copy pasta and reconstruct
you
it
are.
with Canadian and flamethrower memes. We're just trying to pass the time till the second round, but you get my point. Look, in
What
your
was that copy
shoes,
pasta?
I'm a bit of a gun nut. I do like flamethrowers. Depends on if you can find a practical reason for having the flamethrower, then by all means go for it. Screw them wasp nests, just burn them to death. But in my own stance, like I can't even think of what would you practically use a flamethrower for? Pest control. Yeah, but you know. It's because you want one? If you want one, then get one. You don't have to have a reason beyond you want one. You can just say, I own a flamethrower. It's easy.
Own a musket for home defense, since that's what the founding fathers intended. 4 ruffians break into my house.
Oh god, now
What
he's just
the
reading
devil?
the creepypasta. Or copypasta, whatever.
Creepy. As I grab my powdered wig and Kentucky rifle, blow a golf-sized hole through the first man. He's dead on the spot. Draw my pistol on the second man, miss him entirely because it's smoothbore and nails the neighbor's dog. I have to resort to the cannon mounted at the top of the stairs.
What would
Loaded
the
with
cannon
grape
be
shot.
for flamethrowers?
Tally-ho, lads!
Have to resort to the T-34 mounted
What?
flamethrower upstairs.
The grape shot shreds 2 men in the blast. The sound and extra shrapnel set off car alarms. Fix bayonet and charge the last terrified rapscallion. He bleeds out waiting on the police to arrive, since triangular bayonet wounds are impossible to stitch up, just as the founding fathers intended.
1,700 for one that can shoot napalm 100 feet. Jesus.
At the top of the stairs. it's
Dragon
like-
breath cannon rounds.
You know
Load
when
the
they- you-
cannon with dragon breath.
Maple syrup scented lighter fuel poured down the stairs.
Is maple syrup flammable, though?
I feel like you probably could make it flammable.
I feel like you could. Man, you know what this reminds me of? All of those chuckleheads I saw back in 2020 at a gas station filling grocery plastic bags or styrofoam containers with gasoline. Do you know what happens when you mix styrofoam and gasoline together, Dream?
A war crime.
A war crime waiting to happen. That's what you get.
You gotta knock at the door.
Yeah, you probably do get a knock at the door at that point. I'll give you a hint. It sticks to kids.
It's fun to play with.
Liru, stop giving me ideas. Shark, I'm not giving you any ideas that you haven't already thought of. You just weren't able to conceptualize them for yourself, all right? Who doesn't want to make napalm and burn down a wasp's nest? And if you don't, you probably shouldn't be here, I'm sorry to say.
You tell me to shut up, and now you're talking about how napalm sticks to kids.
War Crime Wednesday, yeah. That's
on
gonna
Wednesday,
stick
it's
with me.
Friday.
I know, but I need to make a War Crime Wednesday going forward, Jesus. I
What
feel like
does
that would
mean?
be really, really fun. Dream, it means I take a bunch of civilians, I name them all people I dislike, so probably SL Dream, and then we commit war
Waiting for
crimes. You were waiting for that one?
I've been waiting. As soon as you said a group of civilians, I was like, yeah,
mhm.
one of them's going to be me.
I still
would
can't
just like-
believe we, for that key giveaway for Reaction Forces where we had all the minigames, Total Drama Island style, I still can't believe the IED course was so hard, it literally lagged the server out.
I still can't believe I won the hide and seek name.
That
Gwen
was
the
so
Goth Girl.
funny. I can't believe you did that either, but the IED course literally crashing the server was
on my
just...
screen,
the
it's funny,
funniest thing.
everyone on their screens won for themselves. Everyone's like, oh my god, I won. But it was just the fact that no one else
Yeah,
was
because the
moving.
desync was so hard. I couldn't even tell who won. Like, I literally waited for the server to catch up and then saw like 20 names rubber band. I just caught the first two. It's like, all right, these are the two winners. How have they not started this round yet? There's only 70 of them. Oh, round has started. My bad.
Round has started?
Yeah. Did someone forget the slot?
Someone forgot to slot.
Can't own a
Round
Mini
hasn't
14.
started.
I have to get an M1 carbine.
Round hasn't started.
For
the
my
the
father.
slotting has started.
Huh?
The slot game hasn't started. The slotting has.
Dream, what are you talking? We're in the round right now. It's
No, we're not. I'm literally on your
up
stream.
for our. You can't cheat like that, man.
How am I cheating?
Dream's stream sniping again. We gotta ban him again. God.
Penis. Oh wait, no. I've just given you a reason to ban him now. Although, fuck. No,
You really don't think these things through, do you?
Nope. Because when you think, it's not funny.
Well, okay. Penguin, you don't need a military issue flamethrower because you gotta remember, military gear is made at the lowest bidder. So you can make a better military issue item if you have the know-how. A flamethrower, it's simple. You just need a fuel tank and an ignition source.
Why are you talking about buying one? Just to make one.
You could make some out of pipe.
I'm fairly certain they're one of the easiest weapons to make.
Yeah.
Because all it needs is a bit of scrap.
You just need to do a little bit of research so you don't accidentally set the entire ignition tank on fire and blow yourself up, you know? It's that easy.
The hardest part is finding the affordable gas.
Well, again, you just need to make napalm, but, I mean, I wouldn't know how to... I wouldn't tell you guys how to do that. Who the hell just exploded?
Hey, guys, you should... There's a certain cookbook online.
Oh, right. I hear it's from America.
I hear it's from America.
Yeah. Oh, I think my favorite cookbooks come out of America, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like... And if you search it up, make sure you do it on on something that's not your home.
Look,
don't do it at home.
No. If you're gonna siphon gas out of your neighbor's truck, you have to make sure it's from California because if they're coming to your state, you want them to feel welcome. So you want them to you want to make sure that they pay the cost of gas that they pay in California in your state by stealing their gas, so they have to pay more for it. But again, they're used to it because they're from California. California pays out the ass for gas. So that sounds wrong, but so all you got to do is just, help them feel more at home. Steal your California neighbor's gas. All right. Anyway, looking at the AO, we're on the top left part of the Ukiah map.
Finger boy, just send him back to his best times if he's a veteran.
Jesus. An airport gun requires license? You mean an airsoft gun?
Airport gun? No, they don't.
It's the one I
silly.
can get through TSA. You mean the 3D printed one? That's highly illegal, but it doesn't set off any bells or whistles. Haha.
I don't know, guys. That one mission from Modern Warfare 2 makes me beg to differ. They got in pretty easily with those.
If you want a War Crime Wednesday, that's a great one to start with. Fuck.
If you guys want to be featured in War Crime Wednesday, please go out and do a war crime,
No!
and then we will feature you.
Dream, this is why I only stream with you once a week sometimes, man. You come up with the worst advice.
Does that mean you'll stream with me more?
No.
No.
Unless you show up on DayZ and then I can kill you. Yay.
You can't kill me.
Yes, I can.
Try.
Okay.
Next time, you won't kill me.
All I can think of with War Crime Wednesday in Canada is a damn meme that's called a code maple syrup. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, I really don't want to have to explain it.
No, fucking War Crime in Canada is like taking down one of the beavers. Fucking.
All right, with that, we're going to go over the mission file. Let me go ahead and put the prediction up.
Ooh, reading time.
All right, this FNF match, Blue 4 is attacking, Op 4 is defending. I will go ahead and get that up. 1 second.
Papa, can I do the reading?
No.
Oh.
All right, Blue 4 trying to capture a sector, destroy an ammo cache, and hack an Op 4 terminal. Op 4 trying to defend all 3 of those. If Op 4 is able to defend at least one objective, they win. If Blue 4 are able to take all 3 objectives, they win. And, of course, with standard FNF rules, if you wipe your opponent, you win by default. Blue 4's loadouts are going to be U.S. Army 2020s. So we've got the soak bomb stocks for M4s, I believe. Mark 211s for the marksman rifle, 249s for the LMG, AT4s for the light single shot disposable weapons, 240 Bravos for the Delta medium machine gunners. Echo Matt team is going to have the Maz, and any vehicle crew members are going to have the MP7 submachine gun. The LAV-25, among other vehicles, is going to be here. This has an autocannon with 70 rounds of AP. We have 2 M2 M113s that are the up-armored version, so the driver has some protection. We have 4 transport Humvees, 2 additional half-snorkel Humvees that can fit 6. 2 transport trucks, and then an M2 Humvee. Op 4, meanwhile, the loadouts are going to be your Russian VDV 2020 kits. So we've got a, AK-74s, one with GP-25s under slung grenade launcher. We've got SVDs for the marksman rifle, RPKs for the light machine gun, RPGs with 2 warheads for the light anti-tank, PKPs for the medium machine gunners in Delta, RPG, RPG, I think 20? No. RPG 32, that's it, for the medium anti-tank weapon in Echo, and then PB-2000s for the vehicle crew. Up for otherwise, they got 2 quad bikes probably for the medium anti-tank crew to drive around with, 2 cord statics, a BTR-80 Alpha with 150 AP rounds, and then a BTR-80 with that KPVT turret with that 14.5 millimeter heavy machine gun. Otherwise, we have... Oh, there is a briefing tab. I totally missed. All right, render range is going to be 1,250 meters of render distance, 100 fortified points for the defenders. Color is going to be green, and 50 minutes for the round. Area of operations, beautiful new map. Enjoy it. Mwah. Mission rules, Blue 4 can only have 1 full platoon at their second spawn. Op 4 can't get on the roof of the office buildings, aka spawn. Also, for FNF, a full platoon is really just Alpha Bravo, or not Alpha Bravo, Alpha... actual Alpha 1 and Alpha 2, like their quote-unquote squads. They instead set them as platoons. Nonetheless, at the rest of our mission details, it looks like that is it, so we'll go ahead over other people on who's playing. Depp's still going to be commanding Blue 4, Timek as the 2IC, NASA leading Bravo, with Wonder as the marksman and Misfit as the medic. Bravo 1 being led by Bluck with Cheeseburger, Kremitz, Solomons, and Ash. Bravo 2 being led by Watts with Charlotte, Oddball, Whiteside, and Duitson. Charlie being led by Hrana with Major Khan as the marksman and Eric as the medic. Charlie 1 has Banks, Tackleberry, Gazag, and Wheaton. Delta has Dobbs leading Azuki, Malin, John Miller, and Wayne. Delta 1 has Nemesis and Daedalus as the medium machine gunners with Tomer. And we see that Delta 2 is already merged with Delta because we see those medium machine gunners in Delta Actual. Echo has Yanni leading with Iander taking the medium anti-tank weapon. Katz and Cullis being his assistants, so that's going to mean there's 6 AT shots for Echo for Blue 4, and then Alexander and Lolo being a dedicated vehicle crew for that LAV-25. Op 4 being led by Kabubi Face with Pierce leading Alpha with Snudge Bear as the marksman, Toms as the group's medic. Alpha 2 has Poke, Manguru, Mike, and Murphy. Gonna quickly scroll down. I don't see any other Alpha elements, so they're just gonna be a small squad. Bravo being led by Kaiser with Turtles as the medic. Bravo 2 has Lieutenant Corvalas, Admin, Bishop, Cooper, Misha, and Ma. Charlie being led by Norris with Charlie 1 having Nelson, France,
Just
and Vagrant.
want to say that
Delta.
I appreciate you.
Delta being led by Skipu with Wiki Quartz, Damien, Titan, Dowd Sox, and Maxic. Echo being led by Rodrig with Fonz as the RPG-32 gunner. I might have said Iander had an RPG-32. That was a mistake. Iander is Blue 4, so he has the Moz. Fonz is Op 4, so he has the RPG-32. Thompson is his assistant, so that is going to be 4 shots of AT for that group. Bates and Iqbal being the BTR-80 Alpha crew, and BTR-80 crew is going to be Quast and Dude. All right, Spooky, thank you so much for the 16-month resub. I appreciate you too, broski. Hopefully I'll see you on Sunday for SOG. And if you don't mind, for that other thing, Exfil, I believe is the name of the game, can you let me know when they're doing their next test run so we can jump together and play that? I wanted to do that test run a few nights ago, but they canceled it. But we're going to be able to stream that game and do all that fun stuff with it. But I'd love to have a battle buddy with me on that. 3 p.m. Saturday. Is that Eastern Standard Time? I don't think I can do Saturdays to, I can't do tomorrow because that's, yeah. Bloodwing graduates, gets her master's, walks, all that stuff tomorrow. And we have ice skating beforehand. So I might be able to sneak a small stream in the afternoon, but it's going to be at 2:30, so I'm probably not going to be able to make that. But maybe next weekend then if they host another one. And then we got Homeworld 3 to play as well. But Dwarves, I know I saw the updates in the 5th OML channel. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to play that go because I usually stream FNF. All right.
Yeah, he spends his time with me.
Yeah, but then again, I think I can be free. Sorry, Dream, we just bully you. Regardless, looking at the AOs here, so the terminal site is over at this little compound here. This is a brand new map, by the way. We streamed a few beta bits back from the course of last year to now when Icebreaker would invite us out. We've got a military base out here with the destroy objective. That's a really nice base, actually.
Fucking big-ass map. Jesus Christ.
And then with Sector 1, there's some really cool underground aspects to this map, too.
Is it prison? I
we
love
have...
prison.
I don't think this Sector 1's a prison. It's just more so a part of the
I'm looking at the bottom
military
right
base.
of the map.
Oh, yeah, the hidden
Prison.
parts. But we'll get there when we get there. But nonetheless, so Sector 1, the terminal site's up there, and then we have the destroy objective down here. Blue 4 and Op 4, with this being a grand total of, I think, only like 71 to 75 players. We, I don't think Op 4 would be smart if they divided their forces across all 3 objectives. This is a multi-grid AO, though, so Blue 4 is a few kilometers away, but not much. There's a river bisecting them, though, so it's about 2 clicks till first contact, so Blue 4 will probably play this cautiously, maybe drive up a kilometer and then dismount to save time. But with that, I don't know. I think Op 4 should just pick 1 or 2 objectives to hold, and Blue 4 should attack the objectives one at a time. Now, of course, are they going to do that? Probably not, but hey, I can at least pretend that they will. Otherwise, I believe this AO right here is Sector 2, where only 1 squad's allowed to start it with because they only have a small amount of Humvees to drive with. I'd imagine Blue 4 is just going to keep everyone together at this base and then stage from there. All right, Dream, you got any thoughts, buddy?
Oh,
Okay. Thank you so much for your
no
input.
thoughts. Just loose screws. And
No
dirt.
thoughts, head empty. All right.
I have 20,000 channel points. Who do I vote for, chat? You know what, chat? I always give you the best insight. It's time for you to finally do something for me. Who do I put all of my points on?
Blue 4 definitely have a nice bit of assets in 50 cal. All of that can penetrate Op 4 vehicles. With this being a new terrain, though, no one's going to really have an advantage on having any pre-existing information, so either side setting up defenses is going to be purely on what they read on the map, which is really, really cool to see.
Blue for
But
the underdog? No.
all
I'm
the
going
more
for Red Bull.
reason that Op 4 is probably going to be overly cautious in this AO. We could probably see them set up on a few mountaintops, not mountaintops, hilltops here, and allow for Blue 4 to slowly push to them and slowly encroach them, but I don't know. We'll just have to see how it plays out. We just have another 7 minutes of waiting time.
Mission.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to wrap up after this mission and then prep the stuff for DayZ, so we can immediately transition from the end of the Zeusing Op to DayZ, get that wrapped up, and then maybe I can sneak in some mission dev time or something else. 400,000 in the pool, most betting on Op4. Right now, I do see Op4, they're in all 3 sectors, but there's only a few in the final sector. We could see just a gradual pulling back from sector to sector. This is definitely going to be a stall of attrition fight, so this is going to probably go for the entire time, just based off of how I'm seeing all these AOs. I think Op4 definitely are going to have the defender's advantage, though, because they'll be able to see everything and set up their own kill zones, and then Blue 4 is just going to be forced to come in on it, because you would be surprised how much of an advantage it is to come into an AO and go, oh my gosh, I've already played, 1 or 2 ops here. I know the terrain. I know what the buildings are like. I know what to look out for when I breach from this angle. No one has that right now because this is a brand new place. So
put 250k on Blue 4. Broad said they have 1 million points. 500,000 points.
I'm leaning to Op4, but I mean, this is one of those where it's impossible to tell who's going to be the winner on this one. But based off of the advantages we have and the number count, I would favor Op4 in this situation. But it could really go either way. Razor, are you going to be free around 8 o'clock tonight? I completely forgot to ask our local admin to see if he'd be able to, host the DayZ stream, Stupid me. I've been having to juggle way too much shit this past week. Good God.
Razor, if you are available at 8 p.m., can I please have a rocket launcher?
No.
Pretty please. I promise I will only use it to hurt Liru.
That's all the more reason why you're not going to get it.
I'll only hurt him a little bit.
All right. Again, random comment about, hey, we should really, really have an ability for both side leaders to state that they're ready, because this is especially in one of those instances where you read the map, you set up your lines, and then you're not going to know anything until you actually go and check them out because there's no background data here. So, Could always do Warcraft. Yeah, I wish. Maybe one day. But I would love to, I'd love to get ahead on mission file stuff tonight. Part of me is screaming to start my Homeworld 3 journey, but I want to get through all of that in one sitting with, 12 hours. But I'm going to need all that time set up beforehand.
Liru, I really need to finish these mission files. Also, Liru, 12 hours into Homeworld 3 in the
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have something that you have... Let me word it like this. You probably have things you have nostalgia for, right?
No.
Okay, well, for people that actually have a soul... How did I know you were going to go there? For people that have a freaking soul, you probably all have nostalgia for something, okay? I have nostalgia for a few things. It has been burnt out of me every freaking step of the way, okay? It got burnt out of me in Borderlands. It got burnt out of me, and I can't even remember the... Oh, yeah, Halo. Yeah, with what 343 did and all that crap. Homeworld is the last game that I have any sort of nostalgia for. At all. I know I'm going to not like every single aspect of it, but it's one of those things where I just want to sit down, not be bugged for 8 hours, and just go ham. But
That's a strange thing to say, Valkyrie.
I don't know either. But regardless, I just want a nice 8 or 12 hour chunk of time to blitz that damn campaign in one experience, so I don't have any time to think about it, because then I'm going to start overthinking it. But that's hard because I stream for a living, I entertain you all for a living, and I need to make sure I keep up with all my stuff because, oh, there's so much to do this weekend.
Misrepresenting nostalgia as just like something you can put a lot of your time and focus into?
No.
Do you mean like the fact that you can play this is something that gives you nice and warm fuzzy feelings inside?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm the same but different.
No, Dream, you just said you were a soulless bastard that doesn't have any nostalgia for anything. So obviously I'm working with you here because you just said you don't feel that emotion. So I'm trying to, communicate it with you, like, But
I don't have nostalgia for things.
I know.
I'm just very
because you're a soulless bastard.
Yep. Again, agree with you.
Yep. All right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It is just I can put a lot of my focus into a single game because I will, if I have any amount of fun with it, I can hold on to that fun for an entire. So one of them is, if you heard of the recent game that released called Dragon's Dogma 2. I no-life the shit out of that game.
Save sound drop, by the way.
Okay.
But keep going. Keep going.
I put 99.8 hours into it over the course of like 2 weeks. Like I properly no-life that shit. And the most recent one is Mana Lords. That was another one that I put heart and soul into.
Wait. Putting 99 hours in a game over 2 weeks is considered, what did you say?
Did I say 2? I mean a week.
Yeah. But let me ask that again. Putting 99 hours in... Yeah, 99 hours over 2 weeks ain't no life in that. That's...
Yeah, no, I didn't mean 2 weeks. I got it wrong. I meant a week.
I mean, I put 100 hours into Arma like every week, so...
Yeah, but that's your job.
Yeah, but I know life it. Okay, you know what?
That's no. No life it, because it is your life.
Now you're creating the no-life paradox.
No, you create the no-life paradox.
Okay, what the hell? Oh, no, one of the BTR just put out its smoke.
Okay, actually, here's a better one. I know this is happening, but I can finish on quickly. I'm a big fan of soccer for you guys, football for me, and I have put an accumulation of, I think, about 5,000 to 6,000 hours across 4 different games.
Okay, but over what time span? Because a week has about 218 hours in it, I think, is a week.
I would play Football Manager for about 16 hours a day. And mind you, this is when I was extremely
Oh, it is
depressed.
168 hours. My bad. I did my math wrong.
But yeah, it was a while ago, so I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly. But when I say no life, I mean I no life this game.
All right, Shark. No. I have something serious here, Shark. Spending addictions are no joke, buddy. All right. Here's what you do to beat it. All right. You come back to me this coming Thursday. We'll have a Plinko board up. All right.
Horrible.
That's investing Zelda account. That's what I did to a Warframe account back in the day. I took a free account and I sold it for a few $100 by just getting a bunch of platinum, which was the premium currency, by basically hoarding a bunch of mods, keeping them for months, and then selling them. And then I realized, wait, I can do that in the real world with the stock market. And that's how I was able to afford this house. Ah, man.
I think, okay, to go into serious, you shouldn't be spending that much money on fucking War Thunder of all things.
Yeah, you should be spending it on me.
Well,
not
me.
Dream though. No.
Yeah, okay, there it is.
Regardless, all right, let's actually talk tactics here. So Op 4 have set up around Sector 1. I love that exasperated side, buddy. So they're abandoning Sector 3, which is fair. They're instead trying to make a kill zone along the MSR in front of Sector 1, and then keep a little bit of security on Sector 2. Or not Sector 2, but the Destroy objective at Destroy 2. So I really do like this strategy. It forces Blue 4 to be boxed in. Op 4 is not even thinking Blue 4 is going to come around the other route, and I also agree with that, because logically, why would they? Like, that's just going to take too long. But by then, I mean, it's going to force them to go into Sector 1 anyway, and they can adjust forces and deal with that. So I think this was really well thought out for Op4 Command, just reading the map, so Kabubi did a great job with his deployment. We'll see how Depso goes. He's got a pretty standard formation going right now with his infantry ahead of his vehicles, and he's still got some infantry and Vix to dismount later. But, I mean, he's also keeping them mobile in case he needs to redeploy them somewhere else. So I think these are good calls from both commanders right now on a fresh map they haven't worked with before. So that should be fine. I think the only game I spent money on back in the day, I think, was Battlestar Galactica Online.
I'm trying to think of what games I've spent money on.
It was over a decade ago, though. That'd
Damn,
probably a decade and a half ago, to be perfectly honest.
That's it. Jesus Christ. If you're genuinely talking like 15 years ago,
Yeah.
Like, that I was 6.
Well, I mean, 15 years ago, I was, what, 12? 12 or 13? And I could do what I wanted with my allowance, so I just spent it on games I liked.
I don't think there is a game that I've spent money on.
Does pay-to-play count like World of Warcraft? Well, that's subscription-based, but
That's subscription, yeah.
I think we're specifically talking about buying things for in-game currencies to give you unfair advantages to pay to win,
Yeah.
essentially.
I didn't do
All right,
any
hold
of
up.
that.
Op4 putting some Hunt IR up. I did it because there was only one Cylon. There was, like, all of the Battlestar Galactica online servers were human, like, dominant. Absolutely human dominant. And then there was one where it was, like, kind of neutral, but leaning human dominant. So I spent a bit just so I could be on par with some of the guys that really sweated that game. Anyway, Blue 4 immediately taking out that Hunt IR. Good call, but that's going to show Op4 that Blue 4 is right here. We're going to have no
Bravo,
first
Blue 4,
contact in
for
just a second. Yep.
Yeah, the only one I could think of was CSGO. I still
I
am
agree.
a gambling addict.
Mm-hmm.
I paid £260 on that.
Oh my god, you know what I should do? I have an idea, but ask me, say the word Plinko when we have a second, because I have a really good idea for adding something to DayZ tonight. Anyway, Grenadier rounds going back and forth between Blue 4 and Op 4. I don't think anyone got killed off, though. Oh, and as I say that, someone gets blown out by a grenade, so Blue 4 have the first KIA. That is NASA. Unlucky. But we got Blue 4 taking that terminal site, and now we're going to have our attrition fight staged right here. Op 4 have some really good positions. Blue 4 have some great high ground, though. So we're just going to have to see what both sides do in terms of deploying their vehicles to suppress each other. But I think Blue 4 has the advantage because their vehicles are right behind their line. Though we do have Charlie across 2 M113s ready to deploy on a flank. But at this rate, we might just see them rush ahead to the next objective because this is all open areas. But I don't know. We'll see. Things can go either way. This is just turning to capitalism. Yeah, right?
I think we have a second. Not too many interesting things happening.
Well, what I'm thinking is, what if I go onto my menu real quick, get my camera working on a toggle, put some pants on, and add my Plinko board to DayZ tonight, and whatever they land on, we just add to the spawns, and then we just have Razor watch the stream as well, so whatever the Plinko lands on, he can spawn something. If we can also add combos in, if we get 3 in a row, this happens. We get 5 in a row, this happens, you know, stuff like that. And charge, like, I don't know, $5 or a sub or a resub a drop, though. I would actually prefer the donation because new rules have come out where Twitch is now taking even more money away from Twitch Prime subs. Some Twitch Prime subs, you only get like 50 cents now. It's stupid.
Can we have something on the board that says give Dream a honest compliment?
I'll think about it, buddy.
Oh.
No, I'm serious about that, though. All right, AT coming in. BTR 80 was leading, gets hit, and it's also getting hit by the Blue 4 autocannon. Okay, so... All right. So AT hit the BTR 80. Blue 4's LAV 25 also put some shots in it, but we did see a few Blue 4 guys on the flank get knocked out. But that vehicle is quite possibly disabled. The gunner woke back up, but if he even attempts to turn that turret, I think the LAV is going to continue to shred that vehicle. Op 4, meanwhile, we've got Bravo 1 that is Bluck leading. We have some knocked out Op 4 in the back line, but Bluck is continuing his advance. He doesn't check his far left, though. Runs right into 2 Op 4 and a 2-1. Gets 1 kill, but then gets knocked out by Murphy, who was mag dumping him. So great attempt by Bluck, but winning a 2v1 is borderline impossible on this map. And I could have sworn I just heard a mine went off somewhere. That could be Blue 4 going through this Op 4 position here. Yes, I do see a dead Blue 4 body on the terminal site, so they rigged mines in that terminal location. So, I mean,
Oh my god.
all the more reason that you gotta lead with those explosive specialists, but we do have Alpha for Op 4 potentially coming back to counterattack that position.
Driver the BTR got out to try and do a quick repair on the engine, immediately started getting shot at, managed to survive like 15 shots, only to get onto the back of the BTR.
And die?
Yeah, and die.
That's funny. What you do in a panic in this game. And I'm not lying about the compliments. I'm thinking if we get 5 in a row, it means we can give Dream a random gun. And he went to monkey mode. Okay. I'm waiting to see if an explosive satchel detonates on this building, though, for a trap, but I don't hear it. We do have Alpha coming in to re-counterattack, though, but
Why
if we
have two of
continue
you
to see some good attrition...
Why did 2 of your chatters go immediately for an insult for Dream? He does that without being paid.
But if I can get paid for it, all the better. Here, Dream, there's a reason your dad told me that I could stab you.
Yeah.
When we were joking about it.
Anyone who's
Oh,
wasn't
buddy.
extremely confused.
That was a
Yeah,
really
that did
funny
happen.
stream, yeah. All right, Maz round goes in, double taps that BTR, kills off the other guy, and things are good to go. Ooh, on a side note, an indie game called Little Kitty Big City came out yesterday. If you want a cute game, just check that out. Nice. I know Bloodwing likes cat games like that. What was that one exploration cat game?
Stray.
Stray, that's it.
People hated it, but it was a fucking beautiful game and it was incredible. And
It was a nice
great.
game, and honestly, people that hate it just don't have souls. It's possible to just have a fun little cute explorer game. But people seem to forget that in the world. All right, anyway, Blue 4 and Op 4 getting into a CQC situation. Waiting to see who's throwing grenades over. Honestly, I'm on Pierce for this, because Pierce knows how to arc grenades over properly. And we see that with a lot of Blue 4 getting blown away.
He was the first one.
Fortunately, a lot of Op 4 also get blown away, because they're also getting flanked from the side. And there goes the terminal. And it took out the building. And Wayne as well, whose head appears to be spinning, and he's dead because his neck got broken. Oh my god! Yeah, you generally don't want to be in the building of the terminal that blows up and kills you. Oh wait, I completely lost track of Charlie, but Charlie did what I was thinking they would and gone through the open areas with that M1, with the 113s, and now they're trying to find the cache and flank from the other side. So Delta's in a very precarious situation right now because now they're fighting on 2 fronts.
And they all ran to the wrong one.
Well, it's a
Literally,
search
all of them.
area, but Vagrant, he has gotten a kill. He is an explosive specialist, so he might have set explosive traps down as well. I don't see any mines around the cache itself, but you don't generally want to put explosives around a cache because you'll blow it up. Norris just got a kill.
Hana.
Right. No, that was okay, no, Norris got Piranha. Gotcha.
Ah.
But yeah, Blue 4 checking all the other parts of the zone, but they went a little further south. But we could see Op 4 repel that attack entirely since they're well spaced out, and they're just fighting guerrilla-style tactics with these guys. I must say, 2 of those grenades that hit Blue 4 were in fact thrown by Blue 4. Yeah, all the more to the chaos, right?
Kazak's back in.
Pierce trying to run through that open area, realizes it, and tries to get away, but he gets shot by Nemesis.
It's destructed Pierce. Yeah, he did. He tried to run through an open area. And that's refreshing.
Pierce 1v5, Pierce loses, but these Op 4 guys are screwed because they're getting flanked around by Blue 4 on multiple sides. Valen then sees Pierce wake back up and immediately double taps him. Now it's just up to Mike, who... he's got GLs loaded. Op 4 really looking short on manpower, though. And Mike gets blown away by Oddball. We do have another Blue 4 guy at the base of the command tower. Bluck has continued forward. And the gunner on the cord gets sniped off.
Rip cord, man.
Bluck's trying to move up the tree. He does so. That would be something to tell Icebreaker about, the tree being stuck in that area, but he sees this to vault off on, and he's going to go up.
Bluck.
Bro, Bluck is going to... Oh, Machine Gunner tries to save him!
Bluck, don't stand at the side, they can shoot you at.
Kabubi is freaking out, though.
Bluck. Oh, Kabubi had him.
He gets him, but Bluck is now stuck on a frickin' turret and gets blown away by the lieutenant over there. But that entire tower is now clear. And no one in Op4 is covering the sector. Almost all of Charlie for Blue 4 died. They're down to one guy, that's Banks. He's laying low. But that cache hasn't been destroyed either, so now it's just going to be up to the main force to continue to push on. Anyway, again, in an hour and 15 minutes, we'll have a Zeus op, and then after that Zeus op concludes, we're going to go right in and do some DayZ for 2 to 3 hours, so we can fund some additional operations for this month. And we'll have all that set up for you guys.
Attempt to beat it.
Banks is dead, so we won't be able to secure the objective, but he was able to kill everyone out of the objective to make Blue 4's time a bit easier. Numbers-wise, it's definitely leaning on Blue 4 right now, but Op4 could still take a lot of, or set up a lot of good kill zones. I'm worried, though, about positioning. We got Delta now starting to get out of position for flanking Blue 4. If they were to move over to the eastern side of the hill, they'd have some really great open areas to capitalize on, but instead, they're still facing north. And I think that's also tied to the fact that Kabubi died on that tower. That was Bluck's last kill, so Bluck has severed Op4 command. So now things are potentially going to fall apart. I'm seeing Op4, a little bit of red on red there, but I think they're figuring themselves out. Oh, another interesting note. Op4 are taking the Blue 4 M113s. They could turn the 50 cals against Blue 4. But the LAV is still on the back line. It could snipe the 113s as well, so, tough calls. If Charlie was able to find and destroy the cache, though, this would have wrapped up a lot quicker, but we see Blue 4 separate into 2 groups, but I think they have the manpower to do it now. Delta now starting to transition to the eastern side. Might still be able to get away with it, but we do have some Blue 4 already charging into that final zone.
Just noticed how Red 4 have taken the M113s.
I got more red on red back there. Bravo 2 firing at Echo. Ian, I'd plan for DayZ around 8 o'clock, 8:30. It really just depends on when we wrap up the Zeus stream, but we're going to immediately transition into it. So, and we're probably going to go for like 2 to 3 hours, like I just said. We still have Banks around, and with that machine gun, he could find the cache and still cook it off with a box of ammo, so... I don't know, we got Bravo 1 moving in the open. Delta are folding off the hill to potentially cross in. We've got the BTR-80 Alpha firing from range to try to hit Blue 4. Unfortunately, I think they're suffering from the glitch of they see Kremit, but they don't realize that he is in full cover right now. So on their side, it looks like he's not in full cover. But I'm wondering if I could catch that bug from the gunner's POV. Yeah, so for the gunner, it looks like he is completely out in the open, but in reality, he's in full cover because of how Arma renders the map. Yeah, they just don't see that ridge in front.
I like this little thing they've got going on. Bates is like just behind the gun, so he's in cover.
Yeah.
Nick Paul's got enough depression to look all the way down.
They're just baiting the BTR-80 Alpha to focus on that as the rest of the infantry come in and hit the sector, which, by the way, has Blue 4 on it.
Yeah, wait, have you? I've just noticed Delta are about to make a final push.
Yeah, Delta went around. They're going for the cash objective now.
Isn't
And
that
now
the
there's the
objective?
sector being taken. No,
It's
sector
lost
hasn't been stolen yet. It's being counted down now. But now you got Op 4 trying to push a wave of infantry and realizing that Blue 4 are in the zone.
Why is Oddball shooting out at them? They should be just finding cash.
Now you got Delta flanking the Op 4 elements out there that are outside of the wire, and they're being forced to push around, but now they're trying to get into cover to potentially deal with that threat. I honestly think Blue 4 has this at this point. Like, Op 4, unfortunately, in these other positions are just completely out of position. And now there's just too much Blue 4 in the final zones. Delta's trying to now get on the rear of Blue 4 coming in. The BTR-80 Alpha is now going on a joyride on the side, out of position. I think the only hope we have is potentially the Op 4 and the 113s finding enemies and engaging them. Banks could kill the gunner, but I don't think he realizes it's hostile. Could get an angle on France if he bipods his weapon and looks, but I don't think he sees it. We hear explosives going off. That could have killed some Blue 4, and I do see some Blue 4 bodies around it, so great explosive traps by Op 4 there. And we do have Op 4 trying to slide back into the zone. Timer is paused because Blue 4 left the sector. If Op 4 enter the sector, it's going to reset the timer. So,
Depso's re-entered.
Yep, Depso re-enters, so that's going to continue its
And then
countdown,
exits.
but yeah, Blue 4 aren't pushing into the sector to cap it. This could give Op 4 the opportunity to get the upper hand now with Delta in an Overwatch position, so a massive fumble by Blue 4.
Just look at your map, guys. Come on.
Depso's entered the sector, but now Thompson's in the center, so that's going to stop the timer from continuing.
Triple 1-3 is just rushed
Yep.
them.
Massive misplay by Blue 4. This could let Op 4 bounce back.
Oh,
I watched them both explode.
I'm not entirely
Ouch.
sure where that came from.
I think that was a UGL.
Yeah, but I'm not entirely sure where it came from. It didn't pop on the inside, I don't think. Oh, that's its nade. Oh, they both immediately woke up at the wrong time.
And got grenaded again. Oh, but the 113 cooked off because they opened the door into it! Oh!
Saw that happening, like in slow motion. Everything went slow as I watched that door open.
That's amazing. That killed 3 Blue 4. So Op 4 still got a good ratio out of that firefight, but they've lost everyone on the destroy objective, so now it's up to holding the sector, which got reset because more Op 4 pushed in. And now it's being reverse counted down because there's 3 Op 4 in and only 2 Blue 4 in. Blue 4 might, they could still trickle from the other objective, but it's gonna cause them to stay back as they look for that final area, so it's up to these Op 4 defenders here to hold. It's still at a disadvantage, but we do see that BTR-80 Alpha coming back over. It could provide some good Overwatch. This could go either way. Now you got the Blue 4 LAV coming in.
Guys, come on.
I can't believe that just happened.
Guys, please go search the one that's at the very corner of the fucking place.
Charlotte doing a slow breach is gonna find that she can't go past this body and double tap it. Major Khan's pushing with them. I don't get why they're holding.
They're holding hands.
Thompson finding Cullis in the open.
Caps follows up.
Yep. Cullis just incredibly confused. Major Com putting shots on Thompson. 2 people versus 2 in the sector, so it's still not being counted down because Wonder is just outside of the sector.
Arnie around the corner. Damien's looking the wrong way. Arnie's gonna catch him.
Sector should start counting down now. Yep, there it is. This is GG. Where did that 80 Alpha go? Why is it going all the way around to the north instead of picking a hill to over us?
Scandi recon.
Pointless vehicles.
Here they go. They're gonna find it, Liru. They're finally gonna find it.
Timex gonna find Thompson. Thompson tries to whip around, but he does get a few shots in, but that's it. Cash spotted. They start mag dumping. Cash is destroyed. Sector's gonna be taken in 45 seconds. That's GG.
What are you doing, BTR8? Just go down the MSR and do a hero run. It's either you blow up straight away or you kill everyone. There's no in between.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, like 4 out of 5 times the vehicle assets just end up being a bit useless. And it's disappointing.
I think there's just too much terrain here.
Yeah.
For them to be really useful.
Whoops.
Oh god, here it comes.
The LAV versus the BTR-80 Alpha fight.
80 Alpha is looking the absolute wrong way though.
LAV's gonna stop. It got stopped on a rock wall. Oh, but the BTR-80 Alpha spawns it. But a flanking rocket comes in. That right there is an example of why the BTR-80 Alpha compared to the LAV-25 almost always loses, because the 80 Alpha had it dead to rights, but the LAV just has better armor for whatever silly reason in this game. Alright. I am now going to take an hour-long break. We'll be back with Zeusing in an hour. So, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.